Hey there, I'm back and got another video for you. So one of the things I've seen expressed in the manosphere and some of the other channels is women would rather be the alpha's concubine than marry an average man. And so I have an example for you. So I was watching the show Sandington, and a beautiful middle-aged widow was known as the king's mistress. She was previously the widow of a count or a duke, something like that. And in the scene where she's introduced, she's grieving now because she's been released from being in her station as the king's mistress. So of course she meets a handsome nobleman with money, lands, title, no kids. I think who's a widower, with her being a widow. And so even though he had the pick of the litter, he was willing to pair with this older woman, a woman who could excite him mentally, physically, and spiritually. And so, of course, they go on and they get engaged. And then at the last second, she gets a letter from the king saying, come back to the palace, that I'll take you back. And so now she ends up leaving him, and he's heartbroken as she returns to the king. And, this is like the first time I saw this principle put in practice, but it's sad but true. If a man's status is higher than yours, then hypergamy will cause her to basically act on her nature. And, the encouragement is for men to work on yourselves and become as high status as possible. And then you can pick and be selective with who you want to live your best life with. So, we hear all this different stuff about passport bros being broke and other people not being high value or whatever. But the reality is that the men who have been listening to the messages these last couple of years are improving themselves. They have put themselves into the status where they can actually make some changes and do some things. So shout out to Obsidian and all the men that are at the Black Manosphere conclave. This is the kind of stuff that men are sharing and talking about and taking steps to improve themselves and get better at. So that's just something I want for you young men to learn. See if you can catch up on that in the future. So take care.